We want to share today is just why we're so excited about what we have to share today and how it's changed our lives. My office here in Kauai was a busy practice, and I was kind of minding my own business and doing that. I had lost my retirement in 2009 in the market crash. I wasn't looking for something, although I did need something. And a patient came to me and wanted to share the information with me, and I really wasn't interested. It sounded too good to be true, and it sounded too much like a scam. So I really kind of wrote her off, and fortunately for me and for many others, my daughter listened to this information and kept bothering me until I decided to finally quiet her and actually check it out to keep her from getting involved in a scam. So that's kind of how I kind of got started. Debbie was way too busy at the time to take a look, but I jumped in and said, this is amazing. Once I got to really see what the science was, this is amazing. Everyone needs this. I have a moral obligation to share this with everyone. And you said,
I guess I better take a look at it with my dietitian glasses. I love to be supportive of my husband. And so that's what I did. I took the time. I was, like Rusty said, I was super busy. I was working at the office, doing the billing, also homeschooling 4 of our kids at the time, running the house, doing all those good things. And I just thought, I don't have time for this. And so once he jumped in, I took a look at it, and, it was the science that really struck me. And Rusty always chuckles, but when I saw the science, I went, I need to take this. And I know it's going to be really good for my cells. And you've lost us there.
no, I didn't.
Oh, there we go. This is going to be really good for my cells. And I had no expectations other than that. And I thought, everybody needs this. Everybody's cells need this. And this is going to be something that will be exciting to share with other people. That being said, I honestly was excited, and I knew that I'll have to back up because I lost track when Rusty was messing with the pictures here. It wasn't just myself that was excited. When that ABC investigative report came out with John Quinones, and it was seen by 17 million viewers.
Well, they thought it was a scam. They came into research because they thought this is way too good to be true. Like I thought, same thing. This is way too big to be true. How do you get viewers on a TV program like that is actually showing negative stuff? You bust the fraudulent company or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
But instead, and whoever invited you to this, they can get a clip of that ABC investigative report over to you. But John Quinones found out, it verified exactly what the company had said. And there were $5 million worth of orders overnight. And not only did those viewers see it, but amongst those viewers, there were biochemists and scientists. And they knew Dr. McCord's stellar reputation. They knew he'd been an Elliott Cresson Award winner. They knew he was the discoverer of SOD, which is measured in McCord units. And they became very excited about this as well. And they wanted to study it at their own cost. So it wasn't just myself that was excited about the science, but also, the scientists.
I kind of geeked out on the science. Let me just show you just a wee bit of it. Really, I mean, I could bore you to tears, but I'm not going to.
Or we can geek them out.
Yeah, the word oxidative stress might not mean a lot to you. It meant something to us. We knew what free radicals were. We had no idea how extensive free radical damage was. We're like health nuts. I mean, maybe you might call us a freak, but we like 80% raw food, organic only, no GMO. I mean, it's like, we're really focused on our health. We thought, we got this oxidative stress thing down just with our diet
Well, we were taking a supplement
and
too.
supplements. Yes.
Yeah.
We thought we could maybe get rid of 100,000 free radicals.
Well,
We
we
thought,
thought that was good. We thought 100,000 was good because it was one of the highest.
well, we thought there was about 100,000 free radicals a day. That's what we thought.
That's right.
But we found out that it's this enormous number of 306 trillion. I don't even know how to explain that, but it's just, it's more than 100,000.
That's a lot. And if you only subtract 100,000, what do you have left? A lot.
A lot. A lot. I want to show you a picture of the space shuttle, and you can see it's very complex in there. There's a lot of switches. I didn't even count how many I could see, but I found out that there was one switch you could flip that would change a bunch of genes, up to maybe 500 genes. Now let's just imagine you're a passenger in this cockpit. The pilot passes out, and some terrorist group has affected the electric circuits of all those switches. They've messed it up. But there's one reset button that you could, at least that, and you could flip that and the whole thing would reset, and you could land the thing or whatever. That'd be awesome. Well, we have that in our genetics. So to explain this very geeky slide, each one of these bars represents one gene. Okay, this is just a cross section of about 500 genes. Now, when you're young and when you're healthy, you're supposed to have all these bars right along that line right there.
The green line.
The green line, thank you. And anything above or below is disease, in a sense. It's a disease process going on, and it's
which was caused by
oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress.
Okay, so I found out, and this is why I got so excited. I found out that by taking a tablet a day, I could reset all those genes to that every single day. And we're not just dealing with one thing, we're dealing with up to 500 genes that reset. It's like landing that space shuttle with one flip of the switch. And so that really got me excited. For example, this gene right here, when it's overexpressed, causes scar tissue to form in your vital organ. You're talking your kidney, your heart, all your organs that produce the things that you need to live and survive and be healthy. And it causes scar tissue to form. So just knowing that one gene goes down to here every day, for me, was exciting. And then to find out you're doing a whole bunch of other stuff, that's pretty exciting.
Absolutely. And that's the science that really got me, that I became super excited about.
It's called nutrigenomics.
Yes.
It's nutrients that affect your genetic expression.
Yes.
And that was our NRF2 protandim product. And the other thing that really excited me is there was this, and there was 26 peer-reviewed studies, which means other scientists have viewed this information, viewed the studies, said, yes, this checks out. But the one that really got me the most was a study, and I can't even share the complete details because it's illegal in our terrain today, basically. But I'll tell you the few details. So there's a $50 million study funded by a drug company. I can't tell you which one. And they were studying a particular disease. I can't tell you which one either. But they paid this researcher to study. He put our product in the study, and at the end said, by the way, our product was natural, more potent, and therefore maybe a better therapeutic strategy for that disease. So I thought that was exciting. So I thought, I'm in. That was the final slam dunk for me. Go ahead.
And it didn't have any side effects. And like you said, it was all natural. And that was a big one for us, was making sure that whatever we were going to take into our bodies, because we weren't going to do pharmaceuticals because they have a negative effect. So whatever we took in had to be healthy and natural. It wasn't going to have a negative side effect. And so this is like 5 herbs all combined. And all we had at that time when we jumped in was just this one caplet, and it was 5 herbs, natural, healthy activators, not a supplement, but an activator.
Now we have 2 more activators that are exciting. Mitochondrial dysfunction, or mitochondria produce your energy. And so we have an activator for mitochondrial biogenesis, which means making more mitochondria. And then we have one called an NAD synergizer that I'm excited about, because these 3 things together, they do an amazing thing. You can talk about it while I show them a slide. I'm going to show them this slide that you keep telling about it.
Well,
the NAD synergizer, what it
Well,
does.
it basically repairs and restores the gene. So it's awesome.
Yeah. So for example, notice this HEMOX1 gene right here. This is an anti-inflammatory producing gene. Now, this is what the NRF2 does by itself alone. When you add the mitochondrial biogenesis activator that we have, NRF1, and the NAD synergizer, when you take all three together, that's what it does.
It explodes it.
Explodes it. We all, and most of us know that free radicals cause inflammation. Inflammation is the root of all disease, even cancer. So when you can reduce inflammation, you can do a huge dent and feel better, have more energy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, like I said earlier, it was the science that caught my attention, and I didn't have any expectations. A lot of times when people
I had expectations.
Take something, they have an expectation of what it's going to do, how it's going to affect their body. I just knew it was good for me. I was going to take it. And
I felt it in 3 days, but most people don't.
He did. I didn't. But over the course of 4 weeks, I had a major issue that I dealt with for 3 years. I don't know. Can I talk about it?
You can do it in an appropriate way.
So my heart just wasn't functioning like it was supposed to, and it completely regulated in 4 weeks. I have not had in 7 years any trouble with that again. And
we can't claim to prevent any diseases, but for some reason, your little thing just kind of.
What happened was I activated my cells in my heart to function like they were supposed to. Well,
and they work like they're supposed to.
And then they started working like they were supposed to, because the oxidative stress that was on my body was affecting, not only that, it was also affecting my lungs, and it affected my lungs since I was a kid. So, fast forward 2 years and we add, like Rusty was saying, the NRF1, and that made a complete difference with how my lungs were functioning. And that was very exciting for both of us.
It improved mine as well.
That's right. That's right. And so that was super exciting. One of the science groups that took a look at this did a study with the skin, and they talked to the company about it, and they said, listen, you're activating NRF2 from the inside out. Let's activate from the outside in, because it makes a huge difference with the skin, the study that we did. And so that the company did, they came out with not only the NRF2 and the NRF1, but also skincare with NRF2 activation.
That skincare made a huge difference in my life.
Well, I had early wrinkling. I mean, it's genetic in my family. That's where the oxidative stress
I had major
hits.
sun damage. It was huge. Living here in Hawaii, for sure.
It makes a huge difference. And it also activates our cells to make anti-inflammatories, which is a big thing because we swim in the ocean and we have little blue bubbles that are called Portuguese man of war, and they love to cause inflammation in our skin.
I got stung in the neck and my armpit. This is like 2 weeks into this, whatever. And I thought, well, okay, NRF2 activation, I know what it's going to do. And I put it on my areas after 20 minutes of swimming, mind you, with the stinging, whatever. It was horrible. It went in 5 minutes. The pain was gone. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And the swelling.
And not just for him, for me, for friends of ours that we've shared this with. I mean, it actually is a game changer.
So I was a believer in the skincare. That was 2 weeks. Does this thing work? Does this skincare work?
It does.
Yeah.
So we have.
And you have less wrinkles now. So,
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And my sun damage is
so different.
It hurt to shower. Just the water hitting my face. It was so bad it would hurt to shower.
Mm-hmm.
And now it feels great. I can touch my face without pain.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So we have the activators, we have skincare, we have body care,
Brain care.
We have brain care and Axio, yes. There's hair care, which these are all NRF2 activators.
Mm-hmm.
And the company has also, because of the trend and the focus in wellness across the world, they've added gut health products.
So important.
And products for immunity. And here's a clincher this was another clincher for me. They have a pet care product, and people are giving these activators to their pets. Well, pets don't have a placebo effect. So you can give something to a pet. They're not going to go, oh, wow, this is going to make me feel X, Y, and Z. They don't. So watching pets, and their health span completely change. It's not a placebo effect. So these activators definitely are working. And that was something, scientifically, a practical scientific experiment, so to speak, to see that these activators truly are doing what they say they would do. So thinking of the timing and the trends, with wellness being such a huge factor.
People have lost, I think they've lost, the last couple of years, they've lost faith maybe in, do the pharmaceutical company, do they really care about our health? Or are they trying to promote disease and sell more,
stuff.
So I think
stuff that isn't working.
There's definitely a trend in really people thinking about their own health, and then how can we really address it? How can we really change it? What are the, I mean, is a headache and asthma deficiency? Is that what it is?
Nope.
Okay, all right.
But that's not the only trend. There's a trend of people working at home, with the mandates and things like that, and people not being able to gather. A lot of people are working from home and they're doing online businesses, and that's a whole new trend.
Are there people that lost their jobs and they're going, man, I can't count on that. I need to have a backup plan. I need to have something that I can actually, if something happens here, I can actually move over to here to get this done. So
absolutely. So with that trend, it brings up the question, is this network marketing?
Yes, it is. Now, you may not have a problem with it. I did. Some people do, some people don't. And I had the idea that they just raise the price to just have everybody make money, and it's kind of a pyramid thing, but it's neither one of those. In fact, in this company, there may be some bad companies out there, but this company, when they went from retail to, because it wasn't working,
so originally
to direct sales.
Originally, they were selling it.
They were selling retail stores.
Retail stores.
But if you went into a store, imagine you went to a store, you knew nothing about this. You see a bottle there says $50, and you see vitamin C for $10.
And it was listed as an antioxidant, pretty much.
So I even know someone who the clerk at GNC talked him out of buying it. She had no idea what it was, so that wasn't working. So when they went from GNC and Rite Aid and all that to direct sales, they adjusted the price that was the same as going out the door at the store. So I'm going, oh, well, that's cool. So they're just taking the advertising money that they spent and they're paying it to people to share the story. And from what we said so far, would that fit on a bottle? No, it wouldn't.
It doesn't. No, it wouldn't have sold me. I had to see the science. I had to, actually talk to people that had tried it, using it, that knew the background of it, that knew the story, that could actually share all that information with me. And that's what would be a game changer for me. I had the benefit of not having any negative thoughts about network marketing, because my parents had bought products from network marketing companies. There was no negativity about it. And they saw it basically as a store that was in, at somebody's home, because a lot of people had to stock the products, and then they would buy from that store, and they didn't have a problem with supporting their friends and their family members. That was okay.
Now, the cool thing now is that you can actually just have them go on your website. They purchase what they want, and the company sends it, takes care of all that. I mean, they take care of the accounting. I mean, being a practice owner, particularly practice owner, I wanted employees that could do some of those things I didn't want to do.
That's me.
You didn't have to say that right here on live, everyone had to hear that. But yeah, I mean, there's little mundane thing I don't like to do, right?
That's right. You were good at physical therapy. You wanted to focus in on physical therapy, and I stepped in, helped take care of the other stuff. But I'm glad that the company, they take care of all the shipping. They can go online, they can order. I mean, it's fabulous. So that works out really, really well. That being said, when we jumped in to do this, we were both super busy with the practice. The company was taking care of these things. We were sharing what we were so excited about. Lo and behold, money started showing up in a little account that we had no idea was going to really show up there. I mean, we were told there was a comp plan, but we didn't think about it. We just were sharing.
I felt like I had to share. Like I said earlier, it was exciting that we were actually getting paid for doing something we were excited about.
Absolutely.
I mean, imagine that, being excited about something and they pay you for it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, let's say you went and saw a great movie, or you went at a great restaurant, and everyone you told the restaurant or the movie place sent you a little check. I mean, if you're excited about it, plus you get to get a check, why not?
Well, the fact is we're all networkers. We all have direct contact with other people, and we share things that we're excited about, things that we like, things that we don't like, we let people know. So we're actually all in the process of direct marketing and direct selling. It's just that some of us get paid and some of us don't. So so we had, one of the things we wanted to talk about a little bit was the system. The company, this particular company, not only do they take care of the shipping, the inventory, all of that good stuff, but they've also helped with trainings and things to help us learn how to share better, help us learn how to help others within our teams and things. And that's super exciting. But one of the best things is it wasn't really a job. It was like working with our friends and learning with our friends and helping them, and they help us. And
blessing. Like I can think of so many people that their life has completely changed, whether it's financially or just on the health side. I mean, I had friends who were on a couch for at least half the day who now have healthy, functioning, vibrant lives.
Yeah.
And I get paid to do that.
And we've met so many new people whose lives have been changed.
Yes.
And it's so exciting, so fun to hear their stories and to watch their health span go explode.
And because of the comp plan, I got to retire in 2019, right before COVID hit.
Yeah.
So,
and there's, a lot we could share about the comp plan, but definitely get with whoever invited you so that you can learn more about it. It's been labeled and awarded as one of the most generous in the industry, which is very exciting, getting better paid for sharing. So anything else you can think of? Oh, I know one thing.
One thing I want to share is when I felt it in 3 days, and I felt it because I have done some fasting many times, and I knew what having my body really just energetically, on. I knew what that felt like, and I felt it in 3 days. But the thing I felt, the major symptom change I felt, was at the time I was 57 when I first started taking this, about 7 years ago, and I was playing basketball with a bunch of 25. The oldest was 30 years old. And I ran with them. I was in good shape. I could run with them, but I felt like a train wreck. Like if there's someone here that's 80, I'm sorry, but I felt like I was 80 years old, whatever that feels like. I wake up in the morning feeling really stiff. And I woke up, it was the 15th day on the Nerve 2. That's all they had. And I woke up, and if you believe it or not, we had a cold morning in Kauai. It was probably down to 57 or 60. And I bent over to put socks on my feet. And I didn't even do the socks. I was so shocked by not feeling stiff. I went up and down 3 times in a row. Like, am I having an out of body experience? It was true. I was real. I was not having any stiffness. And I haven't had that for 7 years unless I get injured somehow, diving for a frisbee, an ultimate frisbee or something like that. But I mean, otherwise I don't have stiffness in the morning. So that was awesome. That anti-fibrotic gene, it was working, right? So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So get with whoever brought you here. There's so much more science if you're a science geek, there's so much more of that. Whatever you're interested in, you can get the answer for that. Just contact them. Yeah,
don't hesitate to ask. And hopefully this has been a blessing for you as it was for us when we learned this information, and would love to have you join our team.
Aloha.
Aloha.